Good evening, Facebookers, and welcome to the weekly D Money blog. I'm David D Money. You all know who I am, and thanks for tuning in to another great blog session. First of all, I'd like to thank all of my viewers, all 87 of you who watched my blog last week and made it a huge success. I've never been the type to go on a jog, so that's why I created for you this internet blog. Oh, God, I need something to drink. Oh, it's Powerade again. I love Powerade. And now I'm contractually obligated to tell you the Powerade has only 80 calories per serving. Now in this bottle there are 2.5 servings. So if I drink this whole thing, that's quite a bit of calories. But do I look like I've ever counted calories? Like, let's be honest. So, without much further ado, we have a great internet guest, the Powerade guest of the week. And he is also going to be my co-host for this week, Aaron Lil Swag Swagger. Woo!
What's up, Facebook?
What's up, Facebook? How you doing? How you doing, Lil Swags?
Doing pretty good, just chilling.
Just chilling. Yeah, me too, man. How's it feel to be on the block for the first time?
Oh man, it feels cool.
And
the first ever guest.
Yeah, first Powerade guest ever. So first of all, we want to give you all a tour. As you can see, I'm not in the Shag Shack. I am in a new location for this week's blog show. We are at the Beal House, and we have a great studio audience.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's Keenan Beal in the background.
Yeah.
So first of all, like I did with the Shag Shack, I think it would be awesome to give you all a little tour of what goes down at the Beal House. So here I'm going to pass the camera off to Swags and let him go to work.
Let's get the grand tour. Over here, we got a little study corner over here where he probably worked long hours in high school, slaving over some homework.
Who slaves over homework?
And then over here, we have the South Albany Hall of Shame, as I like to call it. Pretty much every football score from the past 4 years.
Who wants those?
A lot of L's.
A lot of L's.
And then over here, we got his little gamer sesh, which this is on MTV right now, playing some Teen Mom. Yes, he does have a sensitive side, ladies. And then he's repping up some NCAA over here. And then up here, we got some personally autographed cleats by me to one of my best friends, Keenan Beal.
Yeah.
Only one in existence. And that's going to wrap up this tour of his room. Let's get back to the blog.
Let's get back to the blog is right, Swags. Whoa! So after a little tour, how about we go into some what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask you some questions for Swags.
All right.
So I've heard and read stories that say you are 1 in 24th part Indian. Is that true?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So are you then 1 in 24th part pissed off at Americans still?
For what?
You know, like when we took your land and raped your women and children and burned down your villages and only gave you money and reparations and casinos for in return.
I guess it pissed me off a little bit, but it never really affected me.
Yeah, you're lucky for that. I mean,
Yeah.
and everyone loves casinos, let's be honest.
Thanks to all the losers at the casino, paid for my college.
Paying for his college. He's getting an education off your lack of education.
Exactly.
Exactly. Kids, moral of the story, don't waste your money in the casino unless you're good. I mean, Rain Man was practically a retard. He made millions. So now for some what grinds my gears. Is what you've all been waiting for, my favorite part of the show. I have not been doing what grinds my gears on a daily basis because, you know, I think I can wait to tell you all what's been grinding my gears this week. And,
Build up like a volcano.
yeah, let it build up and explode. All right, so here's what's grinding my gears this week. Girls who post pictures on Facebook with captions saying how fat / ugly / unattractive they are. Like, seriously? If you thought you were that fat, unattractive, and ugly, then you wouldn't post a picture on Facebook. You wouldn't post it for everyone to see. Alright? Newsflash, if you think you're that ugly and fat, you might be. You might be that ugly and fat.
For damn sure.
That's for damn sure. So don't post it on Facebook if you really think that. And if you don't think that, then quit putting that in your caption. All right, because it pisses me off to see it.
It pisses every guy off.
It pisses
actually.
every guy off. All right. Another thing that grinds my gears is when girls tell their other girlfriends they're attractive, even though it's clear that they're not. If you're not attractive, don't lie to them. They know they're not attractive. Don't make them feel better, because then they're just gonna fall harder. I mean, seriously, if they're gonna be the duff, they're gonna be the duff. I know, because I've been the duff for 14 years of my life.
I don't lie about him being good looking.
No.
It's not being a good friend.
I'm ugly as fuck. I know that. I'm not.
Well, don't go too far.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to fool anyone, but like, let's be honest. I'm the duff. I'm the designated ugly fat friend. In case you didn't know what that means. So that's what grinds my gears this week. Don't post pictures on Facebook about how fat and ugly you are, because I don't need that sympathy card from you. If you think you're like that, then don't post pictures on Facebook. Post pictures where you can't see really what you look like, because people do that all the time. Those are mostly for chatting websites and dating websites, but you can use them on Facebook as well. Swag, what's grinding your gears this week?
What's grinding my gears, David?
What?
Guys who have long hair and have to flick it out of their eyes every 5 seconds.
I hate that.
Yes, I'm talking to you, Travis Stearns, pre-haircut. Where did that get you in life? It got you best hair. Where's that going to get you? It's going to get you nowhere.
Who cares about the yearbook? I was most dramatic. Do I look like a dramatic person to you?
By the way, unless you're a musician or a model, what's the point of having...
You're not an emo kid.
Yeah, what's the point of being able to flick your hair every 5 seconds? The only guy that can pull off that look is Justin Bieber. I mean, look where that got him. Hot girlfriend, millions of records.
Selena Gomez is pretty fine. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, but it's either, let's see here, it's either Justin Bieber or the creeper guy on Tosh.0.
Exactly.
Selena Gomez came to me in a time of my life when I needed her the most.
It's like she can read my mind or something.
It's like she can read my mind or something.
I mean, I bet she took a long time to think about who she wanted.
Yeah. Creepy guy, Tosh.0, J Beeb. Creepy guy, J Beeb. I got Bieber fever. I'm not gonna
who
deny.
doesn't? If you don't, you're crazy.
If you don't have Bieber fever, then you don't deserve to live anymore. All right, now for some funny news stories of the week. Let's see what we got here. The world still thinks that Americans are the coolest. Now, they may be witnessing the global superpower influence decline in the face of challenges from other emerging players in the world stage, but Americans have been voted once again the world's coolest nationality. Let's give it up for America.
Yeah, round of applause.
Round of applause.
But honestly, who do we have for competition? Let's be real.
Mexico,
Yeah, right. What are they gonna do?
Canada, France is pretty cool, I guess. I mean, if you like eating snails and dressing like mimes and stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, but let's be honest. America, you just won the popularity contest. That's cool. I mean, that's cool. Wherever floats your boat. Yeah. So that's a cool one. Let's see what we got here next. Abandoned for 2 weeks, starving dogs eat their owner. What is this? 7 dogs were starved of food and water for up to 2 weeks and were suspected of eating their Indonesian owner after he returned to his hometown of Manado from a holiday, local media reported on Tuesday. So basically, he didn't feed his dogs for 2 weeks and he got eaten for it. Now we know why Michael Vick kept his dogs very well fed before he drowned them.
Exactly. I mean,
he wants to be eaten by dogs.
He obviously wanted to keep his dogs happy.
That sounds like a pretty shitty way to go out, if you ask me. Getting eaten by dogs.
It's supposed to be man's best friend, but obviously not.
Obviously, they hated that dude. I mean, come on. Is that bad? Is that bad that this dude didn't feed his dogs for 2 weeks and now he's dead? I mean, they probably ate everything too.
Now everyone's gonna think Michael Vick should have got eaten, though.
No, Michael Vick's actually made a great comeback. Let's give it up for Michael Vick.
Yes.
Star of the Eagles. He's also on a fantasy football team this year, which we will get to later. So, and lastly for our story, logger says he cut off toes to free himself. A Western Colorado logger said on Wednesday that he amputated all of his toes on his right foot with his pocket knife to free himself from a 7-ton, that's 14,000-pound trailer which landed on his foot, trapping him in an isolated forest. So basically, he was strapped and cut off body parts to get free. Haven't we seen this before, Swags?
Yeah, wasn't there a true story with James Franco in it?
I think it was called 127 Hours,
Oh yeah.
which was a terrible movie, even though it won a lot of awards. It was basically, hey, I'm James Franco. I'm riding a bike. I'm running in the trail. I'm meeting two pretty cool women that I'm going to go to a party with later. Oh no, I've fallen in a hole. A rock has fallen on my arm. It's broken. I can't pull it out. What am I going to do? Well, first, I'm going to drink all the rain. I'm going to fantasize about a huge penguin that was in Billy Madison. And I'm going to drink my piss. And then finally, after I'm all dehydrated from drinking urine and rainwater for a whole week, I'm going to cut off my arm with a pocket knife, and then I'm going to be free. And I'm going to live a great life with a wife and kid who love me and a pet ape. Cool, James Franco. I would have probably killed myself.
Not to mention he's a drug dealer in between getting married and having an ape as a pet.
Yes, he was a drug dealer.
Crazy.
Definitely got him there. I mean, come on now. The movie could have been called James Franco Falls in a Hole, Gets His Arm Caught, and then we film it from like 87 different angles. I mean,
and people still would have watched that movie because James Franco is an amazing actor.
James Franco is a pretty awesome actor. I liked him most in Spider-Man series. When he was first like the best friend, and then he hated him because he killed his dad.
And then
even though his dad was kind of a dick.
He slept with his girlfriend.
He slept with his girlfriend. Yeah, there was a lot of twists and turns in the Spider-Man saga.
Exactly.
So, this pirate is delicious. Oh my gosh. So that pretty much wraps up the show this week. Hope you enjoyed the blog. Swags, thanks for being my first guest.
Definitely have to come back sometime.
You definitely will be back. If you see here, we're both wearing Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, which is funny because we didn't plan this.
Not at all.
I just like Lil Wayne. He likes Nicki Minaj. I like Nicki Minaj too. Let's be honest.
Who doesn't like Nicki Minaj? That's the real question.
Obviously, I don't know.
Even gay guys like Nicki Minaj.
Even gay guys like Nicki Minaj. But I mean, so it's pretty cool though because they've been on like 4 tracks together.
And they've had sex.
Yes, a lot.
And she kissed him at the VMAs too.
Did she really?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
I did not. I didn't watch the VMAs. All I saw was Lady Gaga dressed like a dude. I saw an Adam's apple in there. I swear to God, I'm gonna call her Lady Gaga from now on. So that basically wraps up this week's blog. Be on the lookout for next week as I invite a new video co-host, and his name is Jacob Cinda. That's right, Jacob Cinda is going to be on the blog next week. Stay on the lookout because we are going to send a message to the public. We're going to show these kids what it means to send a message. We're going to get sendified. And he can talk about Michael Vick on his fantasy football team when we get there. All right, so thanks for tuning into the blog this week. I'm gonna take one more swig of Powerade, and we out, dog.